I mean, it's like 6:01. I mean, how late are we gonna be?
Yeah.
Good after, late, whatever. Happy 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
Yep.
There's actually a mute on there.
I see it.
Yeah, that one. All right. Oh, good day, everyone. We hope everyone is okay. Got some pocket pizzas and some Powerade. Oh my gosh! So the other night, pocket pizzas.
Pocket pizzas.
So
yeah.
you got
pocket.
You got pocket. Well, they're little ones. The little
Yeah.
pocket pizzas. So DiGiorno, one of those companies makes little bag of like all different combinations, and I never eat that stuff, but Haley does.
Okay.
So the other night, I was like, she was making some. I said, hey, make a couple extra pieces. I'd like to try it. Well, there was one that was like a fold. There was only like one fold. And as I'm picking it up off the thing to eat it, I'm like, I noticed it was the only one. It's like, but dude, lost her mind.
Of course.
Lost her mind. Like, you ate the only one. I'm like, bad. Like, I didn't even know.
Why would you do that?
Hold on, let's shut off the wind tunnel over
There
here.
you go. Wow.
Why is it so white
so
noise?
loud? Oh,
Hey, from San Diego, Minnesota. Hey, how's everybody doing? I'm gonna get this guy.
All right, Chris Lee. He just came in and dropped the $24.99.
What?
Thank you, man. Here's you guys, a little extra spending money for vacation, fellas. Love this show and appreciate you help.
Oh, you're totally welcome.
Thank you, man. What's up, Jason?
What's up, Jason? So, a couple updates. Let's just get those right out of the way. First off, today, proud sponsor of the show, MTI Acoustics at mtiacoustics.com. If you're interested in getting a cool truck box, make sure you use the coupon code or discount code SAVE20. Get 20% off of your purchase. So we're pretty excited about that.
Yep.
Secondly, obviously, yes, next week we will not be here, so there'll be no Monday show, there'll be no Saturday show because we'll be out of town. Well, we'll just be closed. So vacation is here.
I'm gonna be out of town. I'm gonna be in Tampa.
Anyways, so we won't have any of these shows that we're used to. However, if Haley is up for it, we might do some 5-Star After Dark.
Yeah.
So that way you just totally won't be jonesing for Q&A throughout the week. Trinidad in the house, little loss, little New York,
Trinidad,
Arizona,
Canada is in the house.
Canada, Anyways, secondly, for those of you that follow the industry, if you remember last year, we had the fun and excitement what we like to call Installer of the Year Awards. Along with all the other nonsense that's happening in 2020, that got postponed out, and now apparently it's going to happen. So this week, Fernando and I filmed, that's right, Fernando and I both filmed a Installer of the Year video. So how it breaks down is they do what's called the top 50. So you submit a video to get into the top 50. You, of course, nominate yourself, and someone else has to come along and second you, which can only be somebody that's in the industry. But yes, if you want to second us, go right ahead. And then once the top 50 is picked, then you get to vote for the top 12 and the top 5 and the top tops. So what we decided to do this year is, like last year we released the videos as soon as we got done editing them, and this year we're not going to because there was a lot of confusion about that. Because you guys all get to vote. Everyone gets to vote. Anyone can vote. So
you can vote, and you can vote, and you can vote,
and you over there can vote. So everyone can vote. But we're going to wait until the top 50 get announced, and then we'll release the videos so you guys can see them. They're both really cute. They're both super short. I don't know why last year's last year, you get 10 minutes. You only get 10 minutes. And last year, hey, what's up from Michigan? And not Detroit. Good call.
And Detroit. That's nice.
Anyways, so last year was we were pushing for that 10-minute mark. This year, I think mine is 5. Yours might be 4. And actually, yours might be longer than mine. I don't know.
No.
Yeah, I think so.
5 minutes.
They're both 5 minutes. They're real short, short to the point.
This is literally 5 minutes with 5 stars.
Super sexy. We cleaned them up. What's up, DIY guy? So we'll release those as soon as we can. We didn't want, because when we released them early, everyone was like, hey, when do we get to vote? And it was like, and then we have to re-release it. It was a headache. So are you going to risk it and go
to Disney World?
No, we couldn't get in. But yes, no. Fernando for president. Exactly. So I had to convince him to run.
Vice president.
And
now I'm running for president.
And it was one of those funny moments, and we'll get to car audio. Trust me, we're just trying to fill you in. It was one of those moments where he didn't want to do it. He wanted to do it. I finally played the guilt card, You got him to do it.
Yeah,
and
totally do that.
Totally played the guilt card. It was so awesome. And we got done with it, and it was like, here's your video. And he was like, why was I being such a whiny bitch?
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't hard. It was super simple. It came out sexy. Jason's seen it. So Fro has seen it.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you, man.
I thought it was great. Haley loved it. Mine, not so much, but that's okay. That's okay. You know, I had an idea and I ran with it and right into the wall.
No, but thank you.
So, great videos. Thank you from Canada. So apparently hockey's going to Canada for.
El Fernandez, ¿qué tal, mi hermano?
But anyway, so that's anything else I'm missing?
No,
while we're all here, and there's a bunch of you here.
Just pimp that one too.
Which one?
This one.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. So a new app. One of the things that you guys obviously we talk a lot about tuning and like test tracks and fun stuff like that. Well, one of the things we always talk about is Educar. Can you grab the white envelope? Yeah. Grab it. So Ken Ward of Educar Training, Educar Teachable. He finally released his smartphone app that is both available on. This is both going to be available on Android and iOS, and it is for tuning. So what we have is, well, let me switch over here. What do we say? 3.
Yep.
So what we have is this is in the iTunes store. If you search Test Tune by Educar, and you're going to find this app right here, this black one that says Educar on it and open. Now, I will tell you right off the bat, it's a $20 app.
$20 app.
It's a $20 app, but if you're into tuning, it's priceless because what it will do for you is, well, it's priceless. Anyways, for me anyways. There again, if you don't want to spend the 20 bucks, don't spend the 20 bucks. All right, so here's what the app looks like. You have 2 different modes. You have test and you have tune. Test is just that. It's a bunch of test tones. So you guys always ask about like your 1000 hertz, your 40 hertz, as you can see across the bottom there. You have your 0 dB, negative 5 dB, and your 10 dB. Here's your 40 hertz. They also do a 250, a 1K, and an 8K. It has a straight to 1K, 0 right off the bat, and then you have your mono, left, right, and left minus right, not left and right, left minus right. And this is pink noise. This is just. If you go over to tune. Now in the tune mode, you have your mono pink noise right there, that big one on the bottom, that will play non-stop.
Yes.
Okay, it plays non-stop. Why is that important? Well, because right now I have one that's 10 minutes long, and so I have to go reset it like 4 times. I don't have to do that now. It just plays. Now the other cool thing, as you saw, was you have center pink noise, so that's just for diagnosing center channels, left of center, right of center, left pink noise, right pink noise. Now, the reason why left pink noise, right pink noise might be helpful is that when instead of having to go into your DSP and constantly turning off I have to turn off all the lefts, I have to turn off all the rights. So you have a bunch of buttons you have to press. You can just easily go, I just want left pink noise. And even though the right speakers are still on, it's just going to play them out of the left speakers. And then across the top where you have bass, mid, and treble, those are going to be pink noise tracks that are recorded in just bass. So all you'll hear is just pink noise sub. So if you're working on your sub, if you're working on your mid, if you're working on your treble, so if you're doing a 3-way set, you could have pink noise geared just towards those to help focus your attention. So it was.
And no, it doesn't have the
not yet.
The polarity path, no.
I just read something about that, and it's like.
And I'm sure it's like an update.
And everyone, yeah.
Maybe, I don't know.
I don't really care. Honestly, I don't need polarity in this because what I'm going to be using this for, I don't need polarity. Polarity just gets in the way because that's.
Yeah.
And honestly, we have a really good polarity track. But so this app here is designed so you just plug it in. You can do it over Bluetooth, but it's really not recommended. But that's it. So back to if you're trying to find it, like I said, you can find it on iTunes, and that's what this is, and you have to look for Test Tune by Educar, and then you can locate it. If you just type in Educar, you're not going to find it. You have to type in the Test Tune by Educar, and you can get it on the Google App Store as well.
So how I find it, I type Educar, and you just scroll until I find the...
That's why we streamlined the process and type in the Test Tune, and you'll be all set. Right.
VOG Payne, what's up, man?
What's the app again? It is the
Test Tune
by Educar. So this is going to be used for setting up your DSP, doing your EQ work. It has your pink noise. So this is all pink noise. Center pink noise, left pink noise, right of center pink noise, left, right.
That's literally
bass,
right
pink
there.
Noise.
Test Tune.
Yeah.
By Educar.
Yeah, it's real simple. And then these, of course, are for... So the test here, these 4 guys, these are so like if you're sitting in a car, like you just go out to a car and you're trying to diagnose what it has. If you play mono pink noise, left pink noise, right pink noise, you can kind of get a feel for what's going on in the car before you even start. So if it's a car you've never been in, you can get left minus right pink noise to see if there's any like weird filtering going on. So it's a lot of fun.
All right. So now, somebody
Dean,
say...
have you been ignoring your channel? In the sense of what? I've been putting videos up every day.
Yeah.
This week was really busy for us because we had to do the installer videos. So one night I stayed up and edited 3 videos.
Yeah.
The next night it's because I had to do the shop video, I had to do my video, and then I had to do the boring life video. And then the next night I had to do your video and the shop video. So as far as comments and stuff go, I haven't been spending a lot of time in comments because I haven't had a lot of time. We've also been extremely busy here working on just day-to-day stuff. But I mean, we're still putting up 4 videos a week.
All right, Fernando, how do I run a 0-gauge power and ground wire in a 2018 Ford F-150?
Ooh,
well,
you've done one of those.
Yes. We go into the factory grommet on the driver's side. It's a nipple that you can cut. I'm sorry.
About the size of a quarter.
Right. So you cut it and you go inside, cut it with a sharp knife. Be careful. Make a big hole, and then we use the 3M strip caulk. Boom, right through it. 2 0-gauge, and that's it.
Oh, dude, we need to order more strip caulk.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's the last
You
one.
use it. I mean, how do you not? So strip caulk, for those of you who don't know what it is.
Right there.
You got a camera right there.
Oh, yes.
I literally have a camera right there.
Right there.
Back up. There you go. 3M strip caulk. You want to look that model number over there by his thumb. 08578.
And that's it.
No, show that.
Oh.
Duh, no, dude, the
never
camera.
mind.
Put it in front of the camera.
I'm confused.
Pull back the paper, flip it over.
Yeah.
All right, so this
Right
is strip caulk right here. It's a butyl-based, like, it's not silicone, but it never dries, but it sticks to everything, and it will stick to that rubber gasket and make your life super cool.
Dude, so many cameras. I'm confused.
Trying to make it easy for you, man.
Yes.
I liked what High Five Vegas said there. I need an app that just does everything.
Everybody does.
Yes, anyone can make an appointment. You just call, not next week, but the week after. Call would be a better way to go. Stinger distribution and fuse blocks are awesome. Thanks for the recommendation. You bet.
All right. Kate, he dropped the $9.99. Thank you, man. 2017 GMC Sierra. Using the Pioneer 9605. Ampro and DSR1. Morel Maximo 6 components in front. Better to run components passive or active? What will you do?
I mean, if I'm going with Maximos all the way around, components up front, what am I doing in the rear? Components passive. Right. I mean, if I'm using a 9605.
Yeah.
And the DSR1. If I'm putting Maximos in the rear, I'm using passive crossovers.
I mean, definitely passive.
Because the deck power, why spend the money on those speakers? Now, if it's just front and sub, then I'll go active. But if I'm doing front rear, like if I have Maximos for the rear and I'm going passive. It's fine.
I agree.
I would rather have the power. Nano needs a beer, so he's not to be confused. Too early in the day.
Yeah.
Just want to thank you guys. Did you read this one? Thank you on the head unit and backup camera that you guys did on my CRV today. Wish I could have met you in person, but seemed extremely busy. Maybe next time. Well, hey, man, you're welcome. Yeah. That was a fun one for sure.
That was a fun one, definitely. Woo.
Yeah. Should I get Scar woofers? I don't know. Should you? Should you not? They're great woofers. I mean, why not? I mean, they make some very impressive woofers. If you're looking for big woofer and you want it, yeah, go for it. There's no doubt about it.
What's the difference between the 6.5 or the 6x9 besides the bass?
That's basically it.
Yeah, basically.
So all right, 6x9 versus 6.5. This is always like a fun topic because there's that like, oh, it's an oval speaker. The sound waves that come off of it are oval, or I don't know. I've heard some of the most outlandish stuff ever when you're talking about speaker size.
Yeah, which should I get?
You know,
6.5, 6x9.
You know, it's like a kicker makes a square sub. That can't be right. It's got more surface area. It's louder because it's more surface area. It's just louder. For the most part, it's got more surface area, so it's louder. But you know, we'll put 6.5s in a car, and then someone will be like, why would you put 6.5s in a car when you get 6x9s? Well, when you're looking at like a brand like Alpine and all the 3 speaker lines, they make 6x9 components as well as 6.5 components. So it's really cool there.
Yeah.
Pioneer kind of does this. Pioneer kind of did the same thing, but then on the Z series they didn't. However, when you get into exotic brands like you know, the Italians, the Germans, the Israelis, with Beaver Morel, and some of the American companies, they don't. So like you look at like Maximo, is it Tempo Ultra? No, Tempo's Ultra. No, it's the Maximo. Anyways, so you look like a Virtus. Okay, they only make a 6.5. They don't make a 6x9 for whatever reason, and they don't want to make a 6x9. So you have to go 6.5. Now, is that a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know. K2s, they don't make a 6.5. I'm sorry, they don't make a 6x9. They don't make a 6.5. So it seems like some of these higher end exotic manufacturers aren't going to make these 6x9s. So you end up going with a 6.5. It's okay. It's okay. I mean, honestly, like I said, a K2 6.5s are going to destroy a 6x9, but we don't have a matching 6x9, so
Correct.
It's not really going to matter.
No.
We can't do that test. So
all right.
I don't know, it's weird.
Corey, he say, thanks for sharing invaluable information about professional get the job done. It means a lot to show every single detail that you and me do. All right, thank you so much, man. He dropped $25.
Holy crap.
We appreciate it. I have another one right here. David Monroe, $25, man. Again, thank you. Thanks for all you doing. I have a Kenwood 99.7 in stock. Oh, there you go.
Can I answer this one?
Yeah.
I have installed a DSR1 and I noticed my JL audio subs pop when turning my car on and off. Do you have any recommendations on what I can do to make sure that my subs aren't damaged? Turn on and off pop isn't going to damage your subs, so you don't have to worry about that. It's more of an annoyance than anything else. The one thing that we found that sometimes when you have a DSP and you have the amplifier, especially the DSR1, if your amplifier isn't like, not that there's anything wrong with JL, but sometimes it just turns on too fast, all right? So there's the output for turn on out of the DSR1. What happens is the syncing issue. So what we like to do in some installations is we'll take we'll put them on different turn ons. So like maybe we'll put the amplifier on accessory and we'll put and we won't use the DSR1's output to turn them on. So try playing with that. Maybe instead of using the because you have the remote turn on out of the radio into the DSR1, maybe hook the amplifier up to accessory behind the radio instead of the output of the DSR1. What that might do is when you put the key on, it'll turn the amplifier on. You may not get the pop. And or try putting the DSR1 on accessory and putting it on, you know what I'm saying? So move things around. Maybe it was that way. Maybe we did accessory on the DSR1. So that it was already on.
That was accessory in the...
But try switching them around a little bit. Sometimes that'll fix the problem. But it's basically everything turning on at once and everything turning on and off at once. So if you could stagger those, that usually will solve the problem.
All right. I got a 5-channel amplifier, AV and Class D on the AV side. On the front, I have to sit a little higher, but the rear side, I don't need to do that. It's not the head unit for sure. What can it be?
Do you know what you just read? Because you lost me about two sentences in.
I'm sorry.
He may have that in stock. Honestly, I don't know. Probably. Yeah. Oh wait, 995. No, because that's just replaced by that. I don't know, man. You'd have to call him on that one. Best budget 8-inch sub for sound quality. Reread that and I'll get back to you. I'm thinking the P2D. Actually, that's what Fernando runs in his car for an 8-inch. Is that same subwoofer in a ported enclosure, and he absolutely loves it. So yeah, good choice there. What would you suggest for a 4-inch component speaker in a Lexus GS430? So you don't have to go real crazy. It's a 4-inch, and this is the only time I'll recommend these, but the Rockford Prime 4-inch is phenomenal for those cars because it's a center point technology speaker driver. So we have two that we have in that class that uses center point, meaning that the tweeter doesn't stick out of the top. It's down in the center where the where the cone comes in, which makes it really nice in a lot of these cars because those cars don't have room for a tweeter. We have two that we use. We have a Rockford Prime, sounds phenomenal, and then for better than that, if you're one of those guys that just like spending money and getting more out of it, then we sell the Prima from Audison. Both of those use center point technology and they both sound phenomenal, but they're easier to mount in those cars.
All right, so about the 5-channel amplifier, that's AB and the Class D, right?
Yes.
On the AB side, on the front, I have to set it a little higher, but the rear side, I don't need to do that. It's not the head unit for sure. One can it be?
What I would recommend doing is checking your output voltage from the amplifier. So easy enough, disconnect the speakers from it, make sure your radio balance and fader is at 0, play a test tone. Something like, I don't know, let me think, what could we possibly play for a test tone? I don't know, let's say 250 hertz or 1000 hertz or possibly 8K. It's a nice thing, you can switch through all of these, and what you're going to want to do is it's going to play that test tone, because you don't want a bunch of, you want a test tone, and you want to measure the output voltage, all right? So on each channel, so it will tell you, let's say this one is 10, this one is 10, this one's 11, this one's 12. That could be bad. But that's called gain matching using voltage. So you're going to see which one is playing at what output voltage. And if let's say left is different than right, there's a percentage that it can be off because naturally nothing is 100% perfect. But if it's that noticeable of a difference, then there's something wrong with the amplifier. You'd want to send it back and have it repaired. But that's how you test it to make sure. Don't use your ears, use a digital multimeter. So set it to AC and you're gold.
All right, I have a El Fuego, $10. Thank you, man. I have a 600 watts RMS.
For like 99 cents. Did you see that one?
Yes, I just.
Oh, you're going in. I'm sorry. Sorry, my bad. Keep going.
I have a 600 watts RMS from 2 amplifiers, 1200 watts total, running 2 JL 10 TW3s in a seal box for SQ. Looking for a big bass sub box alternative that I can fit in the 4Runner cargo area.
Oof. I mean, a big box alternative.
Big bass.
I mean, honestly, the first thing that popped in my mind was keeping what he had and just adding an epicenter.
Okay.
You know, that was today, the Cadillac that we were working on, which was on Instagram yesterday. He was a sealed box guy, and he really likes sealed boxes. However, he also listens to music that doesn't have that big bass sound. So, and it was funny when we were, you know, he wanted it, like, he wants to run it off until he's listening to that music. So, you know, the epicenter gives you that big bass sound in that feel and that full body sensation, as it were. So, I mean, unless we're just going, like, if you want the effect of that ported enclosure, then the epicenter will do that for you, but allow you to keep that nice sealed box. If we want the big volume, well, then I would suggest Down for Sound. Emailing Down for Sound guys, because they'll build those boxes like we had, like Sajecki got. Which I, for the life of me, unfortunately, sorry, I can't think of the guy's name that built it there, but even though we're friends on Facebook, and I look at all the cool boxes, but if you want a stupid box that's ridiculously loud, I would contact the Down for Sound guys. Or if you're going to build it yourself, reach out to Mark at Cardio Fab and have him, build you some blueprints for a box. Or if you got a guy that can build a box, maybe pay Mark for the blueprints.
Yeah,
I mean, you can figure it out yourself, but if you're like, I don't know where to start, there's 2 places to go.
All right, Basis, thank you for the 99 cents, man.
Hey, from London, Ontario. That one always
go.
screws me up, man.
All right. Any of you favor backup cameras? The old video license plate isn't available anymore.
So they've come out with a replacement for it that's the same camera. They just added the dynamic lines to it, what I like to call faux dynamic lines. It's the same exact camera. We still use it all the time. But if you go to the Echo Master and type in like dynamic lines, they only make like 2 or 3 cameras that have it. One of them is the full license plate frame. That's just the updated version for it. It's what we've switched to, so it's all good.
What's up, Bobby?
That's weird. We just got the stickers back in, so I'll talk to Sue and see if she got them out for you.
All right, Danny. He dropped
Danny
$10.
Dan. It's Danny Dan, man.
Danny Dan. $10. I bought a Rockford T2's components for my 2011 Accord.
Yeah.
The problem I have is that the T2 tweeter is slightly bigger. Just slightly bigger than the factory tweeter.
Yeah.
It doesn't fit in the space. Any suggestions on mounting?
Is it? All right. So
it's an 11. It's totally different than the
I was gonna say.
It's,
I know I've got those. God, it's still got. You can get them in there.
Yeah.
Okay, you can get them in there. They will fit. But what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to do a little bit of grinding. So if you have like a Dremel tool or something like that, you got to kind of get in there and just like work it a little bit. But it will fit. I've got them in there before, and I haven't had to fabricate
just
anything.
Time.
Just take some time, and it's scary. But yeah, you'll be able to get them in there. Just get the grinder thing and just a little bit, and they should come in from the back.
Okay, so you ever have an issue using the DD1 with the Amp Pro? My DD1 will not detect signal 40 Hz or 1000 Hz via RCA or by touching the speaker out of the amplifiers.
Well, out of the amplifier. Okay, so yeah, it should be out of the amplifier. That's weird because
you're using an Amp Pro.
Well, you're using Amp Pro, so I mean, you can turn it all the way up. Amp Pro doesn't distort at all.
Right.
So you can do. You should be able to go like. You shouldn't have to do step 1 in the DD1 process, where it's figure out where your radio distorts.
Because it's a clean signal.
It's a clean signal all the way through, so you don't have to worry about it from that regard. I mean, typically when we do it, we automatically are moving to step 2, which is just playing our -5 dB tracks and starting to turn up the gains on the amplifier. And from that regard, we've never really had an issue, because the only way that those wouldn't work is if there's like filters there, and there isn't any filters. Try switching to the negative speaker terminal instead of the positive speaker terminal. Sometimes, like he says in the instructions, that the amplifiers are wired weird, and you actually have to go to the negative side instead of the positive side. But no, we've used them on an Amp Pro and we don't have any issues. You just go to step 2.
Hello guys, always a great job. Big fan from South Florida. Is there a harness for a 2020 RAV4 XLE non-JBL to add a 4-channel amplifier? Thank you.
No, I mean, if it's still gonna, if there is a harness, it's just gonna be a regular interface harness, which is gonna be the Metra harness for it. Hang on a second. Can you find John's other question?
Other John.
John just says, please check out my previous comments. The guy that just gave the $5. Grass
John
guy. Wow. Yeah, that's the ski. Hold on. It's a 2020 Metro RAV4, huh? All right. So, how to wire? Oh, there it was. Totally saw it. How to wire a center speaker aftermarket amp in a 2011.
Did you find it?
There's one.
Oh, that's the Ford. Okay.
Yeah.
He dropped another.
How to wire a center speaker aftermarket amp on a 07 M1. Right. Okay, so I would need more information. Meaning, do you have a So the easiest answer to that question is, if it's an 07, are you putting in a new radio, or are we keeping the factory radio? If we're keeping the factory radio, then you just high level off of the center channel into any amplifier's channel. Either you could, left and right in and left and right out, and it's all mono because you're just going to feed that one channel into that amplifier. However, if you have a aftermarket radio in there, then it gets a little bit more exciting, in the sense that you would need, depends what you want it to do. If you just want it to play sound, well, then you just put a left or you put a right into it and you call it a day. However, if you want it to actually be a center channel, like it was from the factory, because the Avalon, if it had the JBL system, actually had an upmixer in it. That's why I said, if you're just going high level, you can just tap right off of that with a high level to low level adapter and go into an amplifier and you're good to go.
All right, John, on this week we're gonna be off all this week. So if you're gonna contact Dean and talk about something, like in private, probably it's gonna be
not this week.
Not this week. It's gonna be the following week. But yeah, you just call and ask for Dean.
Eventually, you will get me.
Eventually,
it might take a couple days.
Yeah. All right, Chris Lee, $14.99. Hey guys, I do have a question. I forgot to ask. I upgrade every RCA in my truck on the Tweak 88 input and the output with the Stinger 9000s, but I only upgrade 2 of the Y adapters. How important are they?
What are we talking about?
Alright, so he upgrade all the 9000 RCAs. The only thing he haven't upgrade is 2 Y jacks.
What do those go to? So if they're in the pipeline of the signal, meaning like let's say they Y off into a 4-channel amp or something like that, those are your weak points. So it just depends on where it is. If it's copper, aluminum, then it's all aluminum at that point.
Yeah, I believe he had like the 6000s before, and 6000s probably the 8000s.
But there again, it just depends on where it's at.
Do you replay? Do you?
So I'm looking for the factory. So harness-wise for 2020, they really don't have nothing.
I don't think they have right now.
They have nothing. So they have a 17, but they have a, if it's got an amplifier in it, they have a harness for that. But everything else is like, I don't think they have anything for that yet. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on.
You got it?
What is that? Toyota amp interface. Yeah, they do. So yeah. Hold on, here we go. Oh, wrong one. So AXTO TY3 provides. So this should be it. I mean, this will. Well, okay. So this isn't a T harness though, so that's not going to work. Yeah. So this is just all the harnesses. So they have that, and then they had this, which you could probably buy both of them and make what you need, because this is the factory radio harness. So this plugs into both. I'm thinking you could buy both. I think if you buy this and you buy the other one, then you'll have both pieces you need in order to make a T harness for your car. So metroonline.com, type in your 2020 RAV4 and order those 2 harnesses.
What's up, Frank?
How much of a noticeable difference can upgrading an RCA make? If anyone feels like chiming in and giving Aaron some thoughts on that, by all means, feel free. We all know that there again, it depends. If you're using a good quality cable, like a 4000 on up, you're going to notice a slight difference each time you do it. However, sometimes the RCA is actually doing you a favor, because the better the RCA, the more chance you have of getting noise. And what I mean by that is not over the RCA, but your equipment. So some of the failures that your equipment have shine through when you upgrade to a better RCA, because now there's nothing to stop it.
Oh no,
it's just
pure right
pure yay. So sometimes by upgrading RCA, you will have the opposite effect. You'll get noises you've never had,
Right.
and you'll be like, "Oh, these RCAs suck." No, it's not your RCAs. It's actually now allowing the equipment. You're hearing everything, so it's a fine line.
All right.
Fans 2018.
Cedric, thank you for the $5, man. Joshua, he dropped the $20. Hey, Dean and Fernando, do you have experience on the VO sound system? I want to add a DSP 810 and don't know where to start. I have a 2-SCAR VXF 12s and they are a lot louder than the 13 speakers in the car.
So it depends on which BO system we're talking about. Because there's a lot of BO cars. There's a lot of BO cars.
BO
now.
cars, so I don't know if that's
yeah.
you know
I have to know
what
which
kind
BO
of car you
it
have.
is.
Yeah.
Because obviously there's like a Ford F-150, then you just get the nav TV piece.
Audi.
Audi's a little bit different. Audi,
Right.
they don't make a BO interface for, so but
Right.
they might make a Mobridge piece for that. So
Right.
you know,
it
you
just
have
depends.
to, you know, is it a fiber optic piece? So
What kind of RTA do you guys use?
only the best.
Yeah, we have plenty. We have the PAA 3, 4 of them, 5.
Three. I
Three.
think. 3 or 4. I don't know.
You
Hold
have
on.
3.
Let's go. Let me
Yeah.
go back to this. So take a screenshot of this. Pack-audio.com, Metro.com, or Maestro.idatalink.com, MetroOnline.com, NavTV.com, and Mobridge.usa. These are the websites that we check to find interfaces for cars. So these five websites are where we go. So you know what we know.
All right. What do you think about refurbished radios, man?
Yeah, why not? I mean, they've been checked twice.
Yeah.
Most of the time, refurbished radios, there's nothing wrong with them.
Yeah.
It's just there's a lot of big box retailers that'll take anything back. Somebody buys something, they don't like it. I mean, years ago, we sold tons and tons and tons of Pioneer refurbished radios.
Oh, yeah.
And, yeah, very low failure rate. I mean, honestly, I think the refurbished stuff did better than the non-refurbished stuff. But, yeah, and you can get a great rate. I mean, you can get some really nice radios at cheap prices, so it's definitely worth it.
All right. Omar, I have AVH 2500 NEX on my Ford, but the radio doesn't let me click on the Apple CarPlay on the main screen. It's grayed out. What could be the problem?
What kind of radio is it?
It's a 2500. Bypass?
No, I don't think you need a bypass for the Apple CarPlay.
2500?
Yeah, you don't need a bypass for CarPlay to work. CarPlay just works. It shouldn't be grayed out. That's weird. I mean, you could try the emergency brake wire, but
That's
oh, you know, we never hit record.
Oh.
Oh well, damn. But yeah, I don't know. That's a weird one.
Yeah, that's a weird one. But I mean, try the emergency
different
brake. Try different cable. I bet it is grayed out. I mean, yeah, maybe it can be the cable. Oh, you know what?
No.
No, I was thinking on the phone. If you don't have Siri turned on, it doesn't let you.
Well, yeah, it won't give you that.
They won't give you that.
Bed liner versus carpet on sub boxes. Any thoughts? I mean, I personally I like carpet. I feel it looks better.
Yeah.
But it has to be high quality carpet.
So the
like-
bed liner, you think it just add more rigid to the?
I like the bed liner. Personally, I'm surprised people haven't started to like bed liner them and then carpet them. You know, bed liner it for the
I like
rigidity.
with when they cover it with like bed liner stuff.
Bed liner. I
Yeah.
like this. Or where's it at? Where'd it go? I like that.
There you go.
I like that. That's sexy. That's vinyl. That's carpet.
Oh, that's totally. Let me
Yeah.
hang on.
You gonna go on
Right
that one
there.
for a minute? Okay.
Oh yeah, look at that. Stitches. Somebody.
Yeah, don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it. I know when you say stitches. I know what I'm. Yep.
That is awesome. Yeah, it has LED in the back.
Yep.
F-150 logo. Rounder edges. It's beautiful box, man.
So this is an
check them
MTI
out.
acoustic box. They're a proud sponsor of the show this month, so make sure you check out mtiacoustics.com. Type in discount code SAVE20 and
yeah.
save 20% on your purchase. They make more than just boxes too, by the way. So they'll make you whatever you want. I think they even make custom A-pillars. I think you can send them your A-pillars.
Oh, they can
they'll
custom
build you your
whatever
A-pillars
you
for you.
want. Yeah. All right, so I have this one. Omar Lara, he drive the 499, and that's the question about the CarPlay. Joshua, another $5. It's in a 2013 Audi S4. Sorry, guys. Yeah, that's the BO system. I don't
check
think
Mobridge.
they make. Yeah.
Yeah, I would check Mobridge, see what's gone. Or Nav TV. Maybe check Nav TV too.
That was,
Nav TV or Mobridge are going to be the two companies you're going to look at for that one.
Well, that was not Christian. The same.
No, he doesn't have BO. He had basic.
Oh, he had basic. Okay.
Basic was easy.
All right.
What's the temperature out there in Florida?
100?
I don't know. I have no idea.
It feels hot.
It is hot.
Yeah.
I usually rely on my car to tell me this on my way home, so I know how bad my running trip is going to be.
Well, I can go right there on the thermostat and just look.
Why would you look at the thermostat?
I don't know. Do you
the
have an
thermostat
idea?
know? Well, 88.
88.
Wow, it's actually quite nice.
88.
88 and sunny. Ooh, it rained today, so.
Oh, see? 81.
I
I told you it's close.
That's in the air conditioner. My wife wants to date Fernando.
Okay, wow.
My Pioneer 4500 NEX won't mirror with my iPhone. I connect to CarPlay, no problem. That's because your iPhone will not mirror to anything. iPhones don't mirror.
No.
There's no mirroring capability. The new radios that just came out have some mirroring functionality, but very limited. But no, iPhones don't mirror to anything other than an Apple TV, and that's it. So Android is your mirroring. So if you want to mirror things, you'd need an Android phone. But
Don, he drive the 199. How to wire dash speakers to the aftermarket amplifier on the 2019 Ram.
What are we trying to do? How to wire
dash speakers to an aftermarket amplifier in a 2019 Ram.
I mean, the 2019 Ram, you can just get an Amp Pro and a T-harness and good to go. It doesn't matter if it's amplified or not from the factory. It'll reflash it. You can go into a DSR1 if you want, but they have T-harnesses. If you go to pack-audio.com, they have all the parts you need that you can do for that, whether it has the amplifier, whether it doesn't have the amplifier, whether it has just the ANC module. They make all the T-harnesses that you need. So pack-audio.com, type in your make model, figure out the pieces.
All right. Any recommendations on a 2020 Chevy 1500 Crew Cab? SQ speakers are B2. Worth the money?
What kind of speakers?
The B2 audio, I'm guessing.
Oh.
The B2 audio.
Yeah. I haven't heard any B2s. I honestly don't know what they sound like.
Steve is.
Yeah.
Oh, for it. Yeah.
Need load resistors. Okay. How's the COVID-19 in your area? Stay safe. I mean, COVID talk, really not much. I mean,
I think it's like every.
Yeah, I think it's like every place. You know, we have to wear masks everywhere we go.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everyone walks around in this fake bubble that they think is going to protect them. You know, apparently it's on the uprise. I don't know. I don't go out. I mean, I basically come here and I go home. And if you go out, well, you screw us all.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. That's.
How would you put passive crossovers inside if the tweeters are in the door and you need to run new wires for the mid-bass and tweeters and I don't want to go through the door? So what we typically do is mount the crossovers in the door. And if you go to the car stereo lab, when we put the Phoenix Gold speakers into Fernando's door panels, we'll walk you through all that. But we use connectors like this so that we can still have the crossover firmly mounted inside of the door panel, the plastic door panel, and then you can, you know, the dealer or whoever needs to service the car can just unplug these things and take them apart. But yeah, that's what we do. We don't mount them inside the metal where they're going to get wet or anything like that. But go check out the video on the Car Stereo Labs,
so Phoenix
you can Gold have an speakers idea. In his car. We walk you through the process like we do in a lot of the videos.
It's funny.
It happens.
Cedric Davis, he dropped another $10. Thank you, man. Merry Christmas, my American base. LC2X LOC was working when I changed it.
Changed grounding locations.
Still loud. Static and hum it.
Okay, so funny thing about that American base LC2X, it's a direct ripoff of another manufacturer's product in the sense that they copied the heatsink. They did not copy the actual product inside of it. It's not one of the best high-level to low-level adapters on the market. I wouldn't even recommend it. It's one of those things that it's like, when the company that they copied found out about it, they were rather pissed, to say the least. But I think with the product, I think you're just, it's one of those things. It's power, ground, speaker in, and if it doesn't work, it's bad. I mean, I know that sucks, but there's not a lot of gray area in that one. I mean, I'd hate to say it, but I would really, if it were me, I would think about upgrading to, and this is the joy of car audio, the kicker key lock. Where's that camera?
It's right here.
The kicker key lock, this guy is going to give you a much better experience. It has the built-in RTA. Jeez, oh man. Oh my gosh. Wow. Has the built-in RTA right here, so it'll tell you, you just do that. Has the built-in RTA, so it has your sense for high, mid, low. It also has the built-in de-equalization. But you may want to think about upgrading to something like this in the future to solve those issues for you. Definitely worth the upgrade. The other thing too is if you want to go out to other amps.
And David's second, the V2 audio speakers are good, worth the money. There we go, right there. Alright, let me find another one. Somebody dropped $24.99. JP Rock 73.
They do make some amazing subwoofers. I will say, I agree with you there, man.
Thank you, man. Enjoy your week off and have a lunch on me. $24.99. Thank you, my friend.
Audio Control LC. Yeah, that's exactly what they tried to copy. LC2I. I mean, that's what they tried to copy, and they did a crappy job.
Robert Van Hoy was here.
Yes, exactly. The only time you guys put passive crossovers inside is if the tweeter is inside. Correct. And also if we can't run wires through the doors. So for example, a Honda Accord, like we've been talking about on the show a couple times. Honda Accord's like, Fernando can run a wire through that door, I think, in his sleep at this point. It's just like, it's threading a needle. It's super easy.
Yeah.
However, nice. Like a Ford F-150, if we decided we needed to put a tweeter in the door, that's a horse of another color. There was no good way to do that. So.
The easy way, the easy car to run wires, that was the 2020 Ford Explorer. That was the easy one. That was a joke, by the way.
That was a big joke. We had to pull the doors off the car to run wires through the doors. There is only one LC2I.
Christian was here.
Oh yeah, that's right. Christian saw that.
He's like, I don't want to be here.
Yeah, that was tough.
All right.
See you, Bobby.
Bye, Bobby.
Oh no, is he saying? Yeah. I'll keep an eye on it. Okay. No, I don't know. Still no stickers. Like I said, I'll see if Sue got you stickers on that one. And see what's going on. Is that a real horse on the back wall, or is it just a shell? It's the real thing.
It's the real thing.
The thing is it wasn't the safest amplifier in the world. So this one is a gift from Steve Irby at Kicker, and it didn't need to function. So it's an 85-pound book weight or paperweight at this point. So what they did is they took the preamp section out of it, but the power supply section, the circuit board, all the fun stuff are all still there. It's just non-functioning. So it's purely decoration. It's a piece of history that we're never going to get back. I don't think we'll ever see an amplifier that is physically, is this big. This thing is just ginormous. I don't think we're going to see anything like that, because I mean, when we can build amplifiers now that are this big and 5,000 watts from Sound Digital, why would we need, I mean, 1, 2, 3, 6. You could fit 6 5,000 watt amps in the footprint that it takes to do this guy. Okay? That's 30,000 watts. They already make a 30,000 watt amp, but not, you know, for burping, but all right. And besides, let's be honest, who would not want this?
John Newburn, can you remind me? Oh, it's right here. Okay, never mind. Those Kenwood speakers you recommend to me for my 2002 Dodge Ram 1500 crew cab, not designed for my truck.
Nothing's designed for any truck.
Because it wasn't never wired for it. I'm confused about the question.
I mean, it's a 6x9. It's a 2.5.
It's a 2002 Dodge Ram. I'm probably thinking that it has the Infinity system.
Ooh, if it has the Infinity system in it, you gotta bypass it all.
So probably that's the reason why he said that was not wired for it. Because
nothing's wired for that.
No.
If that's the one that has those amplifiers and the doors on the back of the speakers,
you have to.
It's all there. All the wiring is there, though. That's the thing. All the wiring is actually there. It's just a matter of looping it all together.
Rewire it, yeah.
If it's the Dodge that has the speaker comes out, and there's an amplifier that plugs in that's attached on the magnet. How that works is that signal comes from the radio into that, out of that to the speaker, and then out of that back into the car and up to the tweeter mid-range in the dash. So it's all there. It's just a matter of disconnecting that factory amp and wiring in the new stuff.
Okay, so there's no Infinity system.
Okay, so then it should have worked. Other than
it's like 6x9.
Yeah, because it's a 6x9 in the door and it's a little tiny speaker up in the dash.
Yeah.
Which the 2.5 would fit.
Yeah, it's the KFC XP6903.
You know what it is? Those didn't come wired in the dash. That's probably what he's talking about. Is that what you're talking about? Because they didn't pre-wire the dash. You'd actually have to run 2 new wires up behind the radio.
Yeah.
Which is easy because
it's not that hard. It's right there in the Dodge.
Yeah,
on the dash.
You just hook them up to your pair of whites and your pair of grays and your golden.
Yeah.
But yeah,
sometimes
some
you
of those
have to go a little bit extra to do something like that. I'm sorry, man. Yeah.
Yeah, this was an old 5-star shirt.
Okay.
It's not. It sucks.
This is an old 5-star shirt.
Yeah.
It doesn't even see it.
Yeah, they sent us a bad batch. That sucked. But yeah, I gotta order new shirts this year. This year's just sucks, so who cares?
Yeah.
Do I need to run a 6-channel set of RCAs to an audio control D6 1200? Not necessarily. It just depends on what you're trying to do with the 6-channel amplifier. So for example, if you're just going to do front, active, and sub, no, you just run 4, front and sub. Or if you're just coming out of something that just has a front output. If you're going to do front, rear, sub, then yes. If you're going to do front, active, rear, and then sub out to another amplifier, then yeah, you're going to run 6 RCAs because you're going to do it through the input of the DSP. So you'll set up the DSP to do all that fun stuff. But that has to do with your channel mixer. So if we look at the wrong button, sorry. If we look at the channel mixer here, so these are your RCA inputs. You have 3, 4, 1 and 2, 5 and 6, and you can label those. So if this is your front RCA in, this is whatever, you get the point. This is rear, and this is sub. Then when you're over here in your output setup, let's say channel 1 and 2 is going to be tweeter, so we'll just call that TW. 3 and 4 output is going to be mid bass, we'll call it mid. Those are both going to be powered off of 1 and 2 RCA. 5 and 6, let's say that's going to be your rear channel, then that would get powered off of 3 and 4, not 1 and 2. Oh, hold on. See, you got to slow it down, Dean. 5 and 6 is going to get powered off of 3 and 4. And then line out is going to be 5 and 6, and that's how that's set up. So 1 and 2 would be inputs 1 and 2, 3 and 4 would be inputs 1 and 2, 5 and 6 would be inputs 3 and 4, and then line out to your sub amp would be 5 and 6. So that's kind of an overview of how that pause it, rewind it, go back.
Thank you, El Fernandez. Hang on, let me find this one. High Five Vega. I heard 5-star shirts give you plus 25 incel skills.
Dude, he's such a gamer.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I mean, you know, it definitely puts a smile on Fernando's face when he sees people walk in with a 5-star shirt. It's like, hey, he's got his 5-star shirt on.
Hey.
What's up? Dope. Yeah.
What's up, bro? There you go. Cedric Davis, another $5. Thank you. I've been
like a cop on a free donut tour.
Well, thank you for supporting this show, man.
As you can tell, I'm running the audio control app. My fans.
Oh yeah,
my
your
fans
fan
are
is like,
kicking
oh
on.
my god, again.
So what the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
Stop. All right, couple maintenance issues maintenance things right here. Sorry. Make sure you guys keep putting in those Clean Wire Club photos. You got a picture for this Sunday?
I have it.
All right,
yeah.
perfect. So make sure you guys put those in.
One more thing, I'm gonna say about something about the Clean Wire Club.
Fernando's gonna
Come
get
on,
real.
guys. Questions are welcome if you is related to wire. If you actually asking for something. If you just asking a question and start making like a big deal, it's gonna be deleted. So let's try to keep everything clean, guys. Other than that,
Okay.
everything's gonna be deleted.
We were talking about shirts, of course.
There you
Here's your
go.
5-star shirts. They're all right here. 4th of July just came up. Lots of guys are having those. Pretty awesome. There's your Clean Wire Club shirt. You can get it in multiple colors. I just put purple up there because Fernando likes purple.
I like purple.
And then, of course, MTI. Here's their website here. You click on this tab and you can pick your subwoofer enclosure, the truck that you have, and you're golden. Otherwise, Teesprings, I did the Teesprings.
Yeah.
DNF Tool Drawers, a place you can go and find all your cool tools. We will not be here next week for those of you that are tuning in late.
Yeah.
We will be out and about and just away from this place because
That's right.
it's vacation, and honestly, if I had to spend another hour here, I'd probably kill somebody.
That's why I don't want to be here.
No, because it would definitely be you.
Yeah, that's right.
Joking, not joking. But that's it. I don't know what else to tell you. Patreon, if you guys want to support the show, we're there. Yeah, I'm stalling for time. I got nothing.
That's it.
Oh yeah, Let's make sure we talked about it. If you guys didn't see earlier, we talked about the new tuning app that we're using from the EduCar.
Yeah.
So there it is. There's the new tune app. It's the best $20 you'll ever spend. If you're going to be tuning a DSP, then you definitely want to pick one of these things up because it has pink noise out the wazoo, and of course all your test tones for your DD1s and your amps that have distortion detectors built into them. So now you can just plug in your phone and you can done. One thing. You don't have to go searching. Don't have to Dropbox it.
The only thing you have to search, right, it's the app. Test Tune by EduCar. Test Tune. The last one, he dropped $199.
Okay.
Done. Best speaker setup for 2019 RAM without premium system.
That's going to be that Kenwood Exelon, man.
Yeah.
Kenwood Exelon. Check out the Kenwood Exelon speakers, man. Those are phenomenal for that RAM. If you're not trying to go crazy. Personally, if I had a RAM and I was trying to do an awesome system on a reasonable ticket, I'd pick up either a DSR-1 with the iData system. Yeah. Honestly, I'd buy the DSR-1. Okay. With the harness, the integration harness. So the the DCH3. Mm-hmm. I'd get the DCH3 harness for the DSR-1. Reprogram the radio that the DSR-1 will do for you. I get an 801.5.
Okay.
I would get the 6x9 components. I'd buy 2 pairs of 6x9 components.
Because you don't need the...
I don't care about the rear, I just want the mid-bass. But
just
unfortunately, they don't just sell the mid-bass, so
right.
I'd have an extra pair of 2.5s or 3.5s.
Why not? Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Buy 2 pairs of the 6x9 with 3.5s.
Yeah. Put
the 6x9s, all 4 in the doors, 3.5s in the dash. Have the extra set for in the garage. And then I'd put like 2 10s, basic 10s underneath the back seat.
Yeah,
you know?
I like it. Yeah.
And then an A-trend box if I was trying to keep it
on the budget.
Mm-hmm. If I was trying to go above budget, then I would definitely look at Frostbite or I would look at NTI. I mean, personally, I'd want the NTI box because that looks sexy as hell.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
you know, it would cost
Hey,
as much as the whole
whatever
system.
you want, man. You can be. Christian Harris, he drive the 499. Have a good vacation, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Richard, you got a call. But not this week.
Yeah, well, no one will be here to take your call next week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's it. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. You guys have a great next week. Be fun. Be safe. Like I said, if you don't follow us on Instagram, make sure you head over to Instagram and check us out there, because more than likely I'll convince Haley to do some 5-star After Darks, and we can play around and shoot the crap and talk about car audio. That way we don't leave you guys hanging for a whole week going, oh, man, this sucks. But without that, it's the weekend. It's Saturday night. We still want you to be here when we come back following Monday, because if not, it just won't be as much fun without you. So
wear your mask and just be careful outside, guys.
Drink at home. I drink alone.
Yeah, no pina coladas. Oh, I love pina coladas, man. Ooh.
I love the flavor of pina colada. I don't drink, so it's like
virgin
pina coladas. It's like,
yeah.
how can I get a headache real quick? Give me a virgin pina colada. That sugar, it's like
done.
Okay, I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm drunk. Sure. Woo! Party on.
All right, guys.
Thank you so much.
Bye,
you guys
Jason.
have a nice weekend.
Bye,
Party
Bobby.
on. See ya.